What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jake here, and today I'm bringing you another Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary, and this one's a little bit different than my other videos. This is just going to be me going through the patch notes for Battlefield 3, as I'm sure you've seen from the title, because the patch for Battlefield 3 was released today. This is the kind of pre-armor kill patch, which just has all the rebalancing of weapons and vehicles and stuff like that, basically, which I'm downloading at the moment, and then I'll just throw in some Battlefield gameplay in the background. I don't know what I'm going to use yet. Armored Kill comes out on the 11th of September on PC and Xbox, and it came out today, which is the 4th of September for PS3. So here's what DICE have got to say about the patch notes, guys. This is straight from their website. I'll put the link in the description to where you can find all this if you want to read through it yourselves, but I'm going to read through it for you, so up to you if you want to read this. Alright, this is me just reading straight from the patch notes here. A number of weapons have had their reload timers adjusted to better fit their animations and gameplay balance. For most of these weapons, the gameplay timers were slightly out of sync with the actual reload animation, meaning the player could either fire from the animation before the animation was done, or had to wait longer than the animation played. Primarily, this is a cosmetic change around 0.1 seconds, so you probably won't notice it, guys. However, for a few weapons, M416, F2000, FAMAS, KH2002, MK3A1, JNG90, MG36, QBU88, SVD, the Peshmerg, the Scar H, the AN94. This should also improve the performance of the weapon. So the short and long reload has been reduced for the Scar L, the AEK, the F2000, the AN94, the AK74, the PP2000, the G3A3, the SKS, the MG36, JNG90, MK3A1, Scar H, GSVD, and the QBZ95B. The long reload has been reduced for the AUGA3, 44 Magnum, KH2002, Peshmerg, L85A2, QBB95, M1911, MP7. And the short reload has been reduced for the M417, FAMAS, M390 EBR, M416, PP19, QBU88. And the short and long reload has been increased for the ASVAL, that's it. The long reload has been reduced, and the short reload has been increased for the M4A1. Long reload has been increased for the P90 as well. The long reload is just when your mag is completely empty, and the short is when there's still some rounds in there. Damage output range adjustments. UMP. Increase the close range damage of the UMP but reduce its damage over range. The UMP now has a sweet spot in close quarters combat, but suffers compared to the PP2000 at longer ranges. PP2000 has been increased the longer range damage of it to highlight its role as a mid-range, low recoil personal defense weapon. The M1911 has increased the minimum damage of the M1911 to make it fit better between the Magnums and the M9 MP443. The M93 has reduced its damage and range as it was an obvious go-to pistol compared to the M9 MP443. Its recoil has been reduced for a smoother burst action to counter the reduced damage. 12 grab frag rounds. These rounds have been adjusted to do their damage in a smaller area, but to be more consistent. More consistently apply the maximum possible damage. They've written that wrong. Slightly increased damage of the AA against infantry. The AA was simply over-nerfed in a previous update. The AA guns are also now properly do damage to MBTs again. 12 gauge buckshot close range damage has been slightly increased, slightly reduced the range penalty for the suppressor on the Scar H, increased bullet velocity for the Coachella HMG, making it easier to hit targets over long ranges, increased the minimum range of the 40mm flechette, and tightened the cone of fire for more consistent damage levels. Slightly reduced the range bonus added by the heavy barrel on the 5.56, 5.45 and the 6.5 assault rifles. Slightly reduced the range penalty for the suppressor on the 5.56, 5.45 and 6.5 weapons, AR, carbine and LMG. Slightly reduced the range penalty for the suppressor on the Scar H. Slightly reduced the range penalty for the suppressor on the 5.56, 5.45 and 6.5mm weapons, assault rifles, carbines and LMGs. Slightly reduced the range bonus added by the heavy barrel on the 5.56, 5.45 and 6.5mm. The assault rifles, they've increased the damage of the M5K. A select set of weapons have had their recoil adjusted based on joint community feedback and statistical analysis to provide greater balance in the weapon choices players make. Specifically, the M16A3 and M4A1 have increased recoil to make them less attractive in all situations. Competing weapons like the SG553, G360 and M416 have been improved to also increase viable player choice in prime weapons. Right, the horizontal recoil has been reduced to help make the SG553 more controllable. The MG36 has had its vertical recoil reduced to make it more controllable. M416 has had its horizontal, vertical and first shot recoil have all been reduced to make it clearly different from the M16A3. Recoil amounts slightly increased for the M16A3 and the M4A1. The G36 has its vertical and first shot recoil amounts reduced. M16A4 and M4, these weapons have been adjusted for increased recoil they now have. The burst version of these weapons give the player better reduction in horizontal recoil for greater control. The FIM92 and the Igla now lock onto air vehicles at both lower altitudes and longer distances. They've added burst fire to the M5K as an available fire mode, increased the bonuses provided by a number of bipods, F2000, G3A3, M27, M416, Pashneg, Type 8, FAMAS, MG36. The belt-fed machine guns are now more accurate when standing and firing while aiming. This affects the M240, M249, Type 88, Pashneg and LSAT. 4x4 Magnum has had the rate of fire reduced slightly to highlight the sidearms role as a slow-firing heavy hitter and differentiate it from the MP412. Increased the fire rate and reload time of the Rex to better highlight the improved CQB performance over the Magnum. Removed burst fire from the L85 and added single shot to the L86 as is authentic for these weapons. Slightly increased the radius for maximum damage of the 40mm LVG, while the overall damage level remains the same. The LVG will be lethal over a larger area. Reduced the aimed accuracy bonus of the M417 with a suppressor to balance it with the other weapons in the game. Increased the aimed accuracy bonus of the ACWR, L86, LSW, LSAT, MP5K and MTAR with a suppressor to balance with the other weapons in the game. The underslung weapons on the AUG and Skyarrow now properly benefit from the hip accuracy bonus of an attached laser sight. The Soiflam will no longer lock onto your own vehicle if deployed and not immediately activated by the player. Scarlight fixed the heavy barrel, not increasing recoil when zoomed and standing. Corrected some incorrect descriptions of clip size and bullet types for weapons added in close quarters M5K, LSAT and ACWR. The PKS is now available the PKS 7.7 sight. The 7x sight is now available in the QBB. The M417's foregrip was incorrectly reducing horizontal recoil by too large an amount. It has been adjusted to be balanced with other foregrips. The ACR's foregrip, NG36, QBB and RPK extended mags as well as the RPK and SKS heavy barrel are now able to be unlocked and equipped in the accessory screen. Fixed an issue with incorrect damage for the M320 Buck when used with certain attachments. MK3A1 now uses flechette rounds instead of frag rounds in Gunmaster mode in close quarters. These are the tweaks and fixes for the vehicles now, guys. Remove flares from gunner position in helicopters. With the right combination of unlocks, an attack helicopter could be effectively invulnerable to lock-on missiles. Removing the flares from the gunner balances the attack helicopter against ground fire, which I totally don't agree with, by the way. The air radar now shows friendly vehicles as well. Helicopter weapons can now destroy equipment with splash damage. The laser designator unlocked on the scout helicopters has been changed from a pilot upgrade to a new stance in the co-pilot seat, position 4. Repair tool damage against enemy vehicles lowered by 10%. Change reload behavior on the tank destroyer cannon weapons to prevent being able to fire 2 shots from different weapons quickly, one right after another. A firing mode can now be seen from the vehicle passenger seats where you are allowed to fire your own weapons. Fix the hit indicator shown when entering a vehicle after previously shooting a soldier. Increase the damage helicopter and jet rockets do to helicopters, jets and infantry. Increase the damage helicopter gunners and IFVs do to helicopters and jets. Fix jets not getting top attack damage bonuses on laser designated targets. Persistence related tweaks and fixes. Changed how MCOM station defend attack kill score is calculated. Victim no longer needs to disarm the crate, but rather be in a 5 meter radius of the crate. Also increased kills needed for the crate defend ribbon from 2 to 4. Overall, these changes should make it somewhat easier to get the ribbon while increasing the opportunity for strategic play around MCOM stations. Premium engineer assignments are now counting all shotgun kills independent from the class using it. Fixed so you can get score from awards in co-op. Accuracy dog tags now show the correct stats. Co-op stars and dog tags are now properly unlockable and equipable. Gunmaster and Domination winner ribbons and medals added. Fix for assignment with multiple dependencies showing as unlocked in front end. Jack of all trades and only for the dedicated. That's nothing interesting there, which no one really care about. This is more just bug fixes, so I won't go into any more of that then, guys. But sorry about like how I've been trying to get through this video really quickly to try and not make it too long for you guys to watch. But hope you enjoyed this. As I said earlier, the link for the battle log article where all the patch notes are displayed will be down in the description. So I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'll see you next one. Bye.